Welcome to AI Chat Podcast. Who in their right mind would want to keep their assets in fiat currency? And then people say, oh no, we need to do real estate. All the wealthy people have real estate, where we talk about AI and other topics that could be of interest. My name is Nicko.
And my name is Sean.
She wants to have everybody that's on social media be identified with their real name.
No, the real ID card. Yeah, that's insane.
A focal point of what we do here is to educate people on how they can improve their jobs using AI tools, because it's going to be a problem in the future if you ignore the fact that AI is going to take away a lot of jobs and a lot of tasks that are repetitive. Our goal is to educate and help you gain a bigger tool set in terms of what you can do in your specific profession to improve your productivity using AI. We'd like you to subscribe to our channel, like it, and also give us some feedback on what content you would like to hear more about.
Well, I don't know if he was high on the pigmentation, like to the extreme where you would say he's African or of some other, continental descent.
So anyway, that is kind of a blunder, you could say.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, because who programmed it that way? That's kind of dumb, isn't it? Welcome to another session of AI Chat Podcast. It's been a while since we've done one, so we're going to catch up. And obviously,
We always say that, don't we? It's been a while.
No, I think, yeah, well, obviously, if we say it all the time, it means it's a problem.
Yeah.
So, obviously, in the meantime, there's so much that's happening in the world of AI. A lot of it's kind of weird in the sense that people are scared and they're saying, don't worry. And an interesting article I read the other day is that there's a production, is he the comedian? I gave you his name the other day, Sean. The comedian that
Tyler Perry.
Yeah, he was going to spend $800 million to expand his studio. And then when he saw ChatGPT's video production tool, he stopped it. And so that's a huge telltale, because he just stopped spending $800 million because he said, hey, we started to use the AI already, and it saves us a lot of time because I have to go into the makeup room and spend hours being made to look older. And now we just use AI for that.
Man, this guy looks like he's made from AI a little bit.
Okay, so let me just share I just went to a site to see basically what's happening with AI news. We'll catch up with that. So the first one, which kind of surprised me, I just saw it about a few minutes ago. So I haven't prepped myself to read this, but Google temporarily halts Gemini image generation.
I heard about this.
Yeah. So, and I know people have complained, and I saw one show where they asked it to create images of Nazi troops in World War II, and one of them was a black man, and another one was an Asian.
My goodness. Yeah. So a little bit of background on this story. Gemini was out with a recent version. However, people were obviously utilizing it, playing with it, prompting and generating images using Gemini, and they found that for some odd reason, the images generated were only basically non-Caucasian or non-white individuals. So let's say you generated George Washington, but you had a black George Washington, which, take that as you may, but historically that's inaccurate. So
Yeah, it says here, overcompensate for diversity. So they're kind of being out.
that's one way to phrase it, by completely blocking out or eliminating a race from being even in the pool, the sample size, or
Well, was Washington white?
well, I don't know if he was high on on the pigmentation, like to the extreme where you would say he's African or of some other, continental descent.
So anyway, that is kind of a blunder, you could say.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, because who programmed it that way? That's kind of dumb, isn't it? Oh yeah,
Well, there
here
you
it
go.
is. Here's that image I was telling you about. I like the guy in the bottom left.
I know. Yeah, what is this?
Oh my God. It's ridiculous. I mean, that's kind of a stupid thing to state. I mean, to say, oh, it can't be biased, because that is a problem. And ChatGPT, which is we're developers of Chat OpenAI, and they haven't had that kind of problem. Although some people say it hallucinates. And we're
Sure.
going to do a demo of my AI assistants to show you what we've done to kind of um, stop that. Not stop it. You can never stop anything completely. And then,
To mitigate it a bit, yes.
yeah. And then there was something
There
that,
you go.
oh,
There's
yeah.
was that the image of George Washington right above that? Greg Gutfield. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, it kind of looks like him. I'm joking, man. I guess we can change history, because some people like to go and say, oh, it didn't happen that way, and then
It's
change the
true.
history.
And then they could write a book about it and have some peer reviews and so on and so forth.
Yeah, but I think in general, my thought about information is that um, I don't know what's true or what's false at any point. So let's see. So there's a lot of stuff on Google, but one other thing too is that what is ChatGPT 5, and why so many people excited about it, or worried about it, not excited. And obviously, AI's ability to, ChatGPT's ability to create videos, 1 minute videos, that's a game changer. And it wasn't rigged, because Sam was in front of a group of people and he was asking them to give him input. So it wasn't like he didn't predetermine or know what was going to show up. So
Right.
that was cool. Well, all you see is Google, Google, Google. My God. And so let's go to my presentation. And I'm going to stop sharing this and share my video.
I'm Nicko. After years of crafting medical software solutions, we harness the transformative power of AI to address the critical shortage of healthcare workers. My journey began with developing an AI voice assistant, initially designed as a patient-facing therapist. This breakthrough led me to envision the creation of a suite of AI assistants, each tailored to fulfill diverse roles within the healthcare sector, all powered by the advanced capabilities of ChatGPT and AI technologies. Our startup introduces a transformative AI voice assistant app, meticulously designed and trained for their medical assistant roles. This isn't just technology, it's a lifeline to those on the front line. Consider the numbers. The looming projection of a 195,000 nurse shortage by 2031. The growing demographic of 55.8 million seniors in the United States demanding more care. We are at the forefront of a healthcare revolution, and this is just the beginning. Join us in redefining the future of medical care.
So I joined the Founders Institute, which is an incubator. And so I had to make a pitch, and basically uh, that was my avatar's pitch, but I will have to read a pitch. And what I did in the reading of the pitch, at the end, there's a paragraph that I have that states that there won't be any humans to assist you in the future. And what I did is I'm sneaking in an audio file, and I'm going to play that now as part of my presentation. So I'm going to stop talking and then just play the audio, and I want to see if they recognize the fact that it's not me and it's my clone. So let me just play that. So this is the last line of the pitch. Come on, just play it. So the pitch is the most important part of what you do, because that's how you get funding, and it's you only have 60 seconds. So that's the bad part, is you don't have much time, and you have to put across all the different bullet points that you want to talk about. In the future, when you call an organization for assistance, there will be no humans to talk to. There will only be AI assistants. It has already begun, as you may have already experienced. Thank you. So, what do you think of that?
Wow. That's that's not you?
Yeah, it is me. It's my clone. It's
I mean,
funny.
that's pretty spot on.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the pitch, and the last sentence I'm going to hit play, and I'm going to keep my mouth closed, and I want to see if they figure out it's not me talking. Because sometimes, when you do a video call, it's a little glitchy, and the person doesn't move. So I want to see if they figure that out. And there's something else. I was talking to my wife about this because I think what will happen is I'll be able to create an avatar of myself based on books, documents I have, and my voice. And my grandchildren or great grandchildren will be able to have a conversation with me. So it'll be an avatar, fed all the data about my history. And I guess I've written 3 books, 2 about money and 1 about AI. So now I have to write an autobiography so that could become true. Isn't that an interesting concept? Be able to talk to a grandparent or great grandparent and have a normal conversation with them.
That is oddly fascinating. I mean, you're approaching like Neuralink in some ways with that. Basically building your personality and your voice into a program or some sort of database.
So that's one of my new projects now because I actually can create avatars. As you could see, the person doing the presentation for my pitch is an avatar. You can make them more realistic now too. So I do have avatars that read the news. So I have a crypto news avatar. Let's see if we can play that as well, because it's kind of. I thought nobody wants to see me talk about the news. So
Sure.
well, so what if I could create my? Oh, here, let's watch this other one. Here's a HIPAA compliant video. And this is what I'm doing for the hospitals. So we're working on a couple of projects, one for a company in Dubai, and they want an AI to be a call center. So let me see if I can find that. And I don't know if you're aware what HIPAA compliance is. Does anybody know? Well, anybody. You're the only one.
Yes.
So
Do we want to go into the details?
no,
HIPAA
no.
compliance, in a nutshell, is just being compliant with medical information and using and storing and moving it in ways that protect the consumers.
Yeah, and basically most medical institutions are not HIPAA compliant, and
Specifically on storage of data, medical information of patients. Yep.
yeah, I don't know why it's not playing. So we'll skip.
Here.
Can you? Oh, okay. Hi, Clara. Could you tell me what the rules and regulations are about sending emails with patient information? So this is one of the assistants that we've trained. I'll tell you afterwards.
HIPAA
Oh,
A
are you
requires that any emails containing protected health information, PHI, must be transmitted in a manner that protects the confidentiality and integrity of the information. This often involves the use of encryption and other security measures to prevent unauthorized access. Additionally, entities must ensure they have the recipient's consent to send PHI via email and verify the accuracy of the recipient's email address. You're welcome. If you have any more questions in the future, don't hesitate to ask. Take care as well.
So basically, what we've done, or I could say there's no we in this, but is we take a certain category like an assistant that's going to be a medical institution that staff can use for HIPAA compliance, and we train it to do certain things, not to do other things. And then I've augmented it by getting additional information like current HIPAA compliance regulations, and then lay it on top of ChatGPT and Google. So it's a combination of 4 layers of data. And so basically, you have a conversation with these AI assistants, and you ask it. It's a chat. You can ask it anything, and it's taught not to answer any other questions. So basically, if you ask it for a recipe or something like that, it'll say, I don't do that. And it also communicates in 27 languages. So that's that project, which is pretty exciting. I only started this 4 months ago. So what else do you want to talk about, Sean?
Well, let's see how this touches, I guess more the consumer side. I want to pull up real quick. Okay, I had this sharing. Let me share this new screen. So, how does this look for the market with AI? Obviously, I think Nvidia is a huge player in all of. But what is Nvidia looking at? And just for, is this gonna? Well, let's go through this, and then I can open up Nvidia. So Nvidia is looking at ARM Holdings, ARM, Recursion Pharmaceuticals, which is RXRX. That's a good play on the symbol. Soundhound AI. That's interesting. Oh, is that Soundhound? Okay. If are you familiar with Soundhound? Soundhound is a app that, well, its previous version used to be you would, open your mic up for 20, 30 seconds and your phone would listen to the song you're listening to and it could detect what song it is. So I think they've probably made some big leaps with some of these AI developments now with this.
I wonder if you can use ChatGPT because you can drop files now.
Right. That is going to be, well, that's the thing with AI. There's so much going on. It's very difficult to even keep track of all the new things coming. And there's a couple more. Nano X imaging, NNOX, and I thought that was 4, but I guess that's the 5. And just for reference, yeah, here we go. This was last week. Nvidia was
Yeah,
somewhere in the high
they're approaching $3 trillion
in market cap. Yeah.
Yeah, so I see now why it's not just the video cards; they're getting into anything AI.
Yep. So a lot of things going on, and as far as how this correlates to the AI market, like AI tools and AI advancements. I mean, you're going to start to see these large companies that have they're buying up smaller companies. By the way, Apple is buying up smaller AI companies, and they're keeping pretty tight-lipped about it. Obviously, you can see that information, you can do some research on it, but I think Apple's maybe
Yeah,
behind.
they're not. Well, you can say they're behind, but their priorities were different. But you know that they're going to get involved, and it's going to be a heavy involvement. And an interesting video I watched yesterday. There's incubator in San Francisco, and the 4 people in the panel are the ones that run it. And they made a statement that was kind of interesting. They said that all the current investments they've made for founders, 50% of them are AI projects. And they said, we didn't do it. All these smart people came to us with these amazing concepts. And there's some people dropping out of college because they know that this is a lifetime opportunity and they don't want to wait another 2-3 years to get involved. So they came up with some ideas. They're dropping, and actually there was an interesting project. One was, I guess there's people that go to a website and look for military or government contracts, and they keep on re-hitting the refresh button. And if they find something that they want to apply for, they actually fill out the application. So this company is automating that process, taking the fact that there's a match in a government contract, and then they are actually writing the application. So there's a lot of mundane things that are being done by AI. But like back in the gold rush in California, the people that made the most money are the ones making the picks and shovels.
Yes.
It wasn't the people mining for gold. Like our videos, please.
Please share if you find it interesting.
Hit the notification bell. All those good things.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Signing out. Take care. Bye-bye.